expected. It's always the fucking, better. 9 Inch Nails put out, they put out a fucking new EP. Some people didn't like it. I thought it was great. I thought it was some of their best stuff. I thought it was better than what I heard on Hesitation Marks, but that really grew on me. So I don't see anything wrong with it. I bought the vinyl. They sent me a download copy. I think it's great. I think I think Trent did a great job with it. I hope to see him on the road. I'm definitely going to go to that show. I'm looking forward to it. So I've always been a 9 Inch Nails fan. I was friends with someone who worked with Trent back in the early days, so it was, I've always been a fan. But there's been topics of discussion on how vinyl records should be handled. So, yeah, I handle them. I don't care. I got records I paid $200 for. I'll thumb them. I'll finger them. I'll fucking stick my finger in the hole. Whatever it is, it is. It's a fucking record. It is. I don't know. People are fanatical over certain things. So, but stop by the Clearwater Record Show. They put on an awesome free record show. No admission. They let the vendors in for free and shit like that. Casey Brown owns it. So give him a fucking plug for that. I got a ton of interviews. I got a ton of promo material. When I take a break, I don't do anything but look at the emails. I don't respond. I let them build up. I don't download them. I don't do anything radio related for those 3 weeks. Even though I should. I'm lying in that case. I did work on a couple of promos and stuff. Big news coming from a sponsor by Martyrs Asylum. They're working on a Jay Stone cover song that we're going to use for the show every single show. So hopefully they're working on that as we speak. The promos and downloads and the interview requests are completely out of control. It's not fair to me to take 5 artists from one promo guy and not another. So, I have to take one here, one there. I can't just, slam 5 people with the same record label, same promotion guy. It doesn't feel right. It doesn't look right. It looks like favoritism. It's just one of those things. But we're going to work them all out. We're going to get them all on. We're just not going to have them all at the same time. We got a full year ahead. Most of the deals I have with certain companies run through June, so we'll see how all of that goes. Ricky's gonna play a band called Twisted. Their new stuff sounded pretty good. Yeah, I like Ricky's segment tonight, so check out Prickly Ricky. I think I pushed him into doing the segment. But, we got to get back on the air. He had a break. He came back and did a Christmas special, which, I'm not big on the Christmas thing, but, these guys are, and we'll give the Christmas spirit because people like that shit, and that's what we do. It's not just about me, even though my name's on the show. It's about everybody that's part of it, and we do what everybody wants to do. So a lot of people have been doing vinyl segments and shit like that. So good luck, and, you're welcome for the fucking... For that and showing you how well that does as a segment. Don't know if I'm going to change the day or the time of the show yet. That's to be determined. So everything is basically going to stay the same except we were off the air for 3 weeks. Other radio shows that don't have affiliation with me or radio stations that don't have affiliation with me, you can send your requests. You can ask me questions. But Jesus Christ, if I don't want to be part of your station, that's that. If I don't want to take you on as a sponsor, that's that. I took a chance of, I could have had sponsors and we could have been paid for this and I could have paid the people who were on the staff. But when I don't believe in products or the things that you're selling, I'm not going to put them on the air. I'm not going to compromise my show or ask my audience or anybody or anyone to buy something that I wouldn't buy myself. I might not buy it, but at least if I believe in it to an extent, I could put it on the show. Cold Cock Whiskey is still a supporter of the show, and we still support them. So thank you, Cold Cock, for being such cold cocks. Star Wars Rogue One, I thought it was great. Some people complained about it. I can't believe The Force Awakens was only in the top 10 of grossing films, but whatever. To me, it was my number one. I don't go to see many movies anyway, so I watch a lot of bullshit on Netflix. But some people say it's the best Star. I don't think it was the best. That, my memories are Empire Strikes Back. I seen the original Star Wars when it came out, but I always liked the Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi, and then Star Wars. The other three came out. I don't put them in any particular order. I don't think there was any bad Star Wars movie yet. I will continue to see them as long as I live. And, I used to not want that to be a long time, but as I get older, that long time is getting shorter. So I'll continue to see Star Wars. Carrie Fisher died, and then her mother died a couple of days later, which you all know. So a lot of shit has happened while we're on break. That's usually what happens with the Howard Stern show. A bunch of people die while he's on break. Don't forget to check out Yogi's Run Through the Desert. They're going to be at the Whiskey this Tuesday at 9:30 in Los Angeles. They're doing an ultimate jam, so don't forget to check that out if you're in the area. Yoshi said, NAMM's coming up, stuff like that. So it's all good. The music business is overall doing good, and people are excited this year. We had one shooting so far that we know about. I don't know how many musicians are going to die, but, people act like it's the end of the world. People die every year. I mean, just because they're famous, I understand. But, it's not just, I never understood the fascination with celebrity deaths. I just don't get it. They're fucking people. I never went fanatical over a famous person that I've met. I've always stayed humble and fucking gracious, and I never lost my mind. I never understood that. Yes, it's very cool to, hang with a famous person and get a chance to meet them and pick their brain for a minute and shit like that. But I don't know where in the world, just because someone was on a TV and everybody knew that excitement for that, I don't know. I don't know. There's people out there that deserve a lot of money to do what they do for a living, like me. And, just because you're an actor, I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with that, but you know what I'm saying. So I pretty much talked about a lot of the shit I wanted to talk about this week. Another thing I don't understand, man. This guy looked pretty healthy. He looked pretty good. It's cold in Florida. He had a jacket on, door to door, looking for work. No fucking tools. What am I gonna have you do, man? I feel for you, bro. I respect you for trying to knock on someone's door and get work. I don't know who the fuck you are. I don't know what you want to do. I don't know if you're scoping. There's a million things being from New York that are going to run through my motherfucking head. And then two other guys pull up in a truck that he don't know. I asked for his phone number just in case, I don't know, something. Give me something. I don't have money here to pay you, but what am I going to have you do? I don't, if I had the tools to do these things that, I would do them. I mean, am I going to give you a rake to pick up the acorns all over my front yard? I don't understand. I mean, I respect that he's looking for work, but I don't necessarily think that that's the greatest idea. Were they driving around ringing bells to see if the people were home to fucking rob it? Do you know what I'm saying? I don't know this fucking guy. A million fucking things run through my head at that second, and I'm like, what the fuck? I'm always weary about answering the door, or don't fucking bother me, man. Don't bother me. If it's my nephew or my brother or my cousin or whatever, not that they come. If they came by, it's more likely that I'm going to open my door. But not many people come by, so when the door gets fucking knocked on, if it ain't UPS, FedEx, or the fucking post office, it's going to be a fucking Jehovah's Witness or something at the door that I got to fucking deal with. I never thought it would be a fucking guy, looking for work like that. Most of them stick flyers, but I don't know. These days, you can't fucking trust anybody, man. You want to feel for the guy and maybe give him a fucking bag of potato chips that expired, because he's fucking hungry. I guess I could have done that, but who the fuck knows? I don't know. We're going to play some music. So with playing Ghost in the beginning, I'm going to play something here. And then we'll play a couple more things, and I'll turn it over to the segment producers. I'm Jay Stone. You listen to my show live from Tarpon Springs, Florida at rockmetaltalk.com.
It's been a long, cold, lonely winter. Little darling, it feels like years since it's been here. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun, and I say it's alright.
Happy motherfucking New Year 2017. About to make America quote unquote great again. In like a couple weeks. Anyway, no political bullshit tonight. So this is my first segment of the year here at the Jay Stone Show at rockmetaltalk.com. And tonight is just pretty much a free-for-all. I'm just going to play songs that I fucking like. Hopefully, I'll start getting some new local and independent bands to promote this year. As well as my band, The Enemy Within. We're about to start recording the new EP. It'll be 4 tracks, maybe 5 if me and John can think of another song to do. But yeah, man, it's gonna be a great fucking year. Welcome back. to the J motherfucking Stone Show.